ring.
Hello?
Hi Benjamin, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Who's that?
Very happy to hear. This is Daniel. I'm calling you on a recorded line. Just wanted to give you a few quick questions as I've been doing some research into your company and just want to see if it's relevant, and if not, we can just cut the line and continue our day.
Okay, what are you researching?
So I see that the company has been scaling quite quickly, and we work with a number of mid-market companies in sort of your size who are kind of scaling very quickly, and just wanted to see if you're having problems with like manual reporting and better efficiency and automation of tasks really.
Nothing that jumps off the page at me. What do you mean exactly?
So I know we've just like started a new year recently, and basically a lot of like ops leaders are focused on how to basically improve the efficiency of their teams with like better automation. And basically we're reaching out to see like as you kind of plan your go-to-market strategy and just a year ahead with targets and goals, whether there's any way in which we could support you with that.
Well, I guess most companies are looking at automation nowadays. I mean, what sort of a automation? Can you be more specific? Give me some examples of what you mean by automation, because that's a very broad term, particularly in
Very
today's.
good question, and thanks for actually clarifying. So, in terms of automation, just basically, we're seeing that a lot of sellers are spending their time on basically tasks that don't really generate any revenue. So, basically, the manual tasks, kind of updating CRMs and just entries that don't really contribute to the company kind of thriving. So, we're basically trying to help people to automate those tasks so they can spend more time selling as opposed to just updating CRMs and doing manual entry, kind of repetitive tasks that don't yield great results. Just curious to know if that resonates at all.
Well, we do have sales team, we do have sales people. I mean, they're pretty good at keeping the CRM system up to date. We use HubSpot, we use that for most of our outreach. I'm just trying to figure out how you would make HubSpot better, I guess, if we were to do this.
Great question. So we actually work with like basically other leaders such as HubSpot, and basically what we're seeing is the fact that not all data is being entered into a CRM. So a lot of sellers, like, they hate having to manually input data from like a call, from a recording, and have to put this back into their CRM. So we're seeing a lot of gaps in between what has actually happened and what is entered. So with this automation, it means that basically there will be no gaps in between what is being mentioned between, say, a certain rep and a firm or an account that they're reaching out to, but also means to speed up time and them doing their tasks on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know. It's big. Is there something you could send me that I could have a look at? I mean, I'm not necessarily saying no. It's just I had a lot of calls like this. Everybody's selling some form of AI automation nowadays. So is there something you could send me I could take a look at, and if I'm interested, I can let you know?
Yeah, I could definitely send you something, and if I was to, what exactly would it be that you're looking for? I know, like, I'm calling you out the blue, so
well, that's it. Yeah, you're calling me out of the blue. Just an overview of how it would work. Like I say, a lot of people trying to sell me the stuff. I get a call like this probably every day. I'm glad you got past my gatekeeper. Good for you. She's normally pretty good. But yeah, right now it's not something we're focusing on. It's something we probably will be looking at later in the year. So if you're able to drop me a line, just overview of the product, how it would interact with something like HubSpot, I mean, I'm happy to take a look and get back to you if it's something I'm interested in.
I appreciate that context, Benjamin. And you mentioned that it will be something that you would look on later in the year. Just curious to know, like, what will change between now and then.
It's a good question. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I would have to do a full analysis of our current processes to see where the inefficiencies are. It's no point buying automation to fix inefficiencies if I don't exactly know where they're coming from. So until I've done that, this would be a non-starter at this stage. But like I said, I'm always interested in what's out there. There's plenty of stuff. So if you want to send me something, I will take a look.
Appreciate that. And you mentioned that you wouldn't want to like go into anything without actually knowing where the inefficiencies are, which kind of highlights that there are some sort of gaps in your processes. Is that something that's a focus for yourself and other people within ops or in different functions right now?
At some point, I'm sure every sales team is inefficient. I've never met one that's been efficient. I've been doing this for 30 years. So yeah, heck, the fax machine made them more efficient. That's how old school we're going back here, you know, and that was AI of the day. So yeah, we could always be more efficient. The question is where, and like I say, we're very good. HubSpot we're very pleased with. It's doing a good job, but I'm sure it could be done better. So yeah, like I say, right now, off the top of my head, not suitable, but potentially something later in the year.
Make complete sense. Appreciate that, Benjamin. The next step is usually to book a discovery call with myself in which we will go deeper into your priorities and sort of pains. You mentioned how like there are some inefficiencies like with every single company, but you don't know them off the top of your head. So would maybe next Tuesday at like 10 a.m. your time suit for us to just have a quick 30-minute chat and for me to better explain what we actually offer, but also to better understand where we could actually help you based off your analysis of that.
Okay, I could be willing to... We're going to have to end it there. We have to end it there because I can't tell you what I was going to say, right? Otherwise we don't know, right? So we have to find some point to end it without letting people... So very good. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? All right. Yeah, I will give some tips. So the feedback I give, prospecting is hard, I'm not going to lie. And it's very hard to engage a human being that you're phoning up completely out of the blue, right? They're not sitting there expecting your call. And then you've got to say something that's going to kind of hook them so that they're going to want to listen more. And the biggest challenge with people that sell software is it's all very technical sounding. Yeah, it's always using very technical jargon, automation, optimization, updating data. It's all very... The problem is most people's brains don't think like that. So I'm not sitting back. If I was a head of ops, I wouldn't be moaning about maybe automation. I'll be complaining about something. And so what you need to do when you're selling in a product like this is ask yourself, what does this actually fix? If I was a head of operations, what would I be moaning or complaining about that your software fixes, but I have no idea it fixes it? And then you phone me up and you talk about that. So we work with heads of operations. What they find frustrating is that whenever their salespeople enter data into the CRM system, three things happen, A, B, or C. Yeah, but you're probably going to tell me you've not experienced that. Well, actually, no, that happens all the time. And how much do you think that costs? Or blah, blah, blah. So you need to try and hook me with something that's going to make me want to listen. And that's the challenge with selling software. Too many people use the fancy terminology, scaling, optimization, automation, and it all sounds good, but how does that actually help me? Yeah, you could be more efficient. Well, I know that. Anyway, you chuck a stone and hit someone, and they'd say, well, yeah, I could be more efficient. You need to demonstrate to me where I'm being inefficient. You're probably doing X. Yes, we are. Why do you do that? Because there's no other way to do it. Well, if I could demonstrate to you that there's a way to automate that so you never have to do it again, would you be willing to explore that? Potentially, possibly, yeah. Yeah, so I do this with everyone. I'm probably going to say this to most people. Yeah, try and tell a mini story that's going to hook me so that I can say, you know what, I relate to that. We do have that very issue. Interesting you say that. But broad terms like be more efficient, make more money, it's too broad, yeah? This is why I said, you know, what do you mean by automation? What do you mean by automation? It's such a broad term, right? So we want to slim things down, make it easy for me to digest. Because remember, I'm probably half listening as well, yeah? I'm only half listening, yeah? Because it's a phone call, so I'm not 100% committed. I'm half listening, trying to hear, are you going to say anything that's going to hook me, yeah? So, but yeah, it is tough. Selling in software isn't the easiest things to do. But yeah, you did well. You kept asking questions, which is good. So I like that. And I liked how you, you towards the end pushed me to see if you could get in my diary. Some people may buckle. This is the one thing, though. This is the one thing I'm big on, though. Getting a meeting for the sake of a meeting can sometimes be pointless because if you... Oh, no, I won't finish this because we'll give away the ending. So, yeah. But no, on the whole, I liked your tone. I liked your style. Yeah, you did well. It's tough. It's tough, and I was deliberately being tough. I was asking you questions to put you on the back foot. You managed them well, so good for you. But yeah, we will let the viewer know how it went at a later date, I guess.
Sounds good. No, it was fun. I really appreciate the feedback. I think it's probably my first cold call I've done looking at the video at the same time. But no, it was fun. It's always nice to...
It's just weird, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
But no,
it
I
is
agree
different.
with every piece of feedback that you gave. And yeah, no, that was cool.
Yeah, just try to make it a lot simpler for people to understand what is it you actually fix. Yeah? So think about what it automates. So, you know, most heads of operations are annoyed with the fact that this happens. Yeah, actually we are. We fixed that. Yeah? It makes it easier for me to latch on and want to talk further. Yeah, cool. Well done. Good for you. And anyway, kudos to you for doing this because most people are too chicken to make a call being recorded and for everyone to watch and critique. So you get 10 brownie points just for turning up and doing this. Yeah? So kudos to you because I know how hard it is. I've been doing it for years, so trust me. I know. Good for you. Good luck in your career. I'm sure you'll do well.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Yeah. Well done. Good for you. And staying up late too. Very, very committed.
Yeah, I came back from the gym, so I had to like wipe my eyes a few times, but you know, it's all worth it.
No, you did
I
well,
I
Dave.
had my eyes looking a bit red beforehand, but you look. Yeah.
No, you did good. You did fine.
Thank you
Well
so
done.
much.
Good for you.
Daniel, how did you feel about it? Like, how'd you feel you did, or anything, any thoughts that you had that came up during the call where you were like, oh, I didn't know how to respond? Anything that he threw at you that was surprising?
I don't think he threw anything surprising at me, but I think because I'm so used to making cold calls in a certain fashion, I say subconsciously that was kind of in the back of my head. But at the end of the day, no, I don't think anything that was surprising. Of course, like as you mentioned, that he was being difficult on purpose, but I think that's just the norm in terms of cold calls. Like you're calling someone out and out of the blue, they don't expect your call, so they're going to give you these sort of
Right.
objections. But yeah, that was fun.
Awesome. Glad to hear it.